Oh, hello. I'm doing these 2RW videos with the intention to get you to cook, particularly for those of you learning to cook. I want to show you what I do from start to finish, offering you tips along the way. This is Tak Chung from Wok with Tak. In this video, I'm going to show you how to cook my version of orange chicken, which is really easy, as you shall see. I don't normally cook this kind of dishes, which are not great health-wise, but this is a good way to get people into the kitchen. Besides, this dish is very popular at Panda Express. You might as well eat bad food at home and save some money. Okay, let me tell you the basic ideas of this dish, which is really simple. You first saute minced garlic in canola oil. You then stir-fry the chicken to about 50% done. You then make the sauce with soy sauce and sugar. I use orange marmalade to give the orange flavor. You then add cornstarch to create the glaze. Well, that's about it. The whole idea of my videos is to teach you how to cook from scratch. And I'm going to offer you tips in all my videos to make cooking easier for you. I'm going to use 1.5 pounds of chicken breast meat to cook this dish. The first tip is to cut up the chicken to bite size to drastically reduce the time to cook the chicken. And the second tip is to slice all the chicken at once and freeze them in 8-ounce package in Ziploc bag by pressing out all the air. This will allow you to thaw out the chicken in 10 minutes in a bowl of hot water. I usually do this once a month, and you have chicken on hand to cook a variety of dishes. Another tip about stir fry is to make sure to turn over the contents rapidly using the wok spatula like a shuffle. In relation to this tip is to buy a natural carbon steel wok and a stainless steel spatula, because a wok with non-stick coating simply would not last. Now the chicken is about half cooked. You should start to season the chicken. I recommend my savory seasoning mix, which contains the following ingredients: 1 teaspoon mushroom seasonings, half teaspoon garlic powder, half teaspoon cumin, half teaspoon onion powder, half teaspoon paprika, 1/3 teaspoon ginger powder. This seasoning mix is of my invention after a lot of trial and error. The mushroom seasoning is pure mushroom extract, all natural. Together with the garlic powder, onion powder, and ginger powder are to increase the savoriness of the chicken. Their quantities do not have to be exact. However, the cumin and paprika are strong and need to be used more sparingly until you know what you want. I keep this basic seasoning set in an Indian spice box known as masala daba, which makes it much easier to dispense the seasonings. I want to give you these tips to make your cooking easier, more efficient, and pleasurable. Like life itself, cooking is about routines, organization, paying attention to small details, and constant improvement. I want to help you to cook, not just once in a while, but every day. This is why I'm giving you all these tips. The chicken is almost 80% cooked. The next step is to create the orange chicken flavor for this dish. I add some light soy sauce to create the unique soy flavor found in all Chinese dishes. I must admit that I have never done this orange chicken before, but I'm confident that based on my past cooking experience, this is going to work out. I have a friend who is a chef once told me that if I want to be a good cook, I need to get rid of all my recipes. Just try to work things out each time. I found some orange marmalade in the refrigerator. I think this will give me the orange flavor for the chicken. I add about 1 tablespoon, well, because this is all I have. However, I don't think that I need a lot. I'm going to see what it tastes like, and I could always make changes next time. I guess this is what being a flavor chaser is like. Next, I add some paprika. I'm not going to tell you how much I add, which is not important. You can skip it or add more depending on your preference. I have a hunch that the paprika will create a more interesting flavor. Cooking is all about flavor, right? My wife and I call ourselves flavor chasers, as we constantly looking for the next great flavor experience. When you taste good flavor, you reach satiation faster because your brain is happy and you tend to eat less. Complex flavor is much better than simple flavors of salt, sugar, and fat. Unfortunately, when it comes to processed food, that's all you get. Next comes the sugar, and you need lots of sugar to make this dish taste like the one at Panda Express. This is the reason that I don't like to cook this type of dishes, a lot of empty calories. What I cook is slightly healthier perhaps than the one at Panda Express because they deep fry the chicken in batter first. To give the tangy flavor that's characteristic of orange chicken, I add a tablespoon of dark rice vinegar. Now, I could use other type of vinegar as well, and don't think it would make too much difference. I just have this one on hand. Okay, I have another piece of information for you. You might find it useful later. When you cook food with a lot of sugar and salt, you are going to end up with a lot of fluid in the wok. I will not bother you with the chemical reasons, but I can tell you that the sugar and salt draw fluids from the food. Well, more sugar. I did a quick taste test and decided to add more sugar. I don't think I would want to cook this dish too often or eat at Panda Express too often of their orange chicken. Okay, the way to solve this fluid problem is to make a glaze using cornstarch. To prevent the cornstarch from clumping, you should stir the contents energetically to mix in the cornstarch with the fluid. This is an excellent way to make a sauce and could be applied in other meat dishes as well as vegetable dishes. You will quickly learn not to put too much cornstarch because it could turn everything into a big pot of glue. Start out conservatively and you could always add more. I next add some dark soy sauce because I decided I would like to have a darker color to the dish. Okay, so what is the verdict? Honestly, it actually tastes pretty good, on par or better than those at Panda Express. Well, I do not advocate you to make this dish other than for special occasions when you have dedicated meat eaters in the mix. Anyway, this video provides some opportunity to demonstrate a few cooking techniques to add to your repertoire. This dish and the other popular chicken dish, General Tso's chicken, as you probably know, are American inventions with lots of sugar, salt, and fat. Now, after you make it, you know what goes into it. If you would like to be notified for my future video postings, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.